Chance Hymas, 4-1, 4-2 overall. Big moto win. Let's start with their second moto, out front early. What's going through your head?
Dude, honestly, I felt really good, and I was pretty frustrated after the first moto. Was still trying to figure out some forks, and just ended up going back to my base fork for the second moto, and obviously it worked really good, and I just felt like I was ready to go. So whole shot, and I was like, all right, I'm winning this thing. Like, I had good speed all day, and I was like, I need to go. So first couple laps, I built me a good gap, and honestly, like, I just felt super comfortable out there, just riding my own race, and I didn't feel like I made any mistakes, and I was just doing my thing. But yeah, big day. Big day. It was a good day.
That'd be my biggest description of your moto. Early sprint laps, and then just settled into not a mellow pace, like putting down great laps, but I literally didn't see you put a foot wrong basically the entire race.
Yeah, like I felt like I could go the whole moto, and I was pushing, but not full push. Like I was riding about 90%, but it was a good pace, and I was just really stoked with it because like I felt, conditioning-wise, I felt really good. Bike felt amazing, and I was just out there doing my thing, just like another practice day. So yeah, I was really stoked about that.
Were you able to maintain the focus even the last couple laps, or was the emotion starting to bleed through?
Last lap, I was definitely getting a little emotional. I mean, it's tough because, you know, it's just a moto win, but also at the same time, there was a point in my career where I thought this would never happen. So I was, I came over the finish and I was just bawling. Like I was so stoked. It's just all the hard work's finally paying off, and it just feels so good to actually make it happen. So
I think my new relationship advice for people is going to be find someone that looks like Jet looks at you. His reaction the last couple laps, I was standing next to him during your mom. I've seen him. I think he was almost more giddy for you than freaking Hunter winning. They are like family. That's what I thought was cool.
Jen, Hunter, my big brothers. So it was, I came up to Jen, I was just bawling, and he was him and my other buddy that I'm close. That we're
him
close
and Shiv
with.
almost ate it jumping the fence to run down. See, I watched them all.
I'm sure they were, but dude, they're my brothers, and I wouldn't want to see anyone else when I come off the track. Those guys they see me at my lowest, and they see me now at my highest. So it felt like everyone won today. You know, it was just one of those days.
Let me hit you with one kind of like bike step question. So I was watching this morning when you were pulling practice starts. You were middled out. Again, I was watching practice starts. I'm like, dang, he just ripped out like 4 or 5 consistent ones. You were doing them on the scoop. You were thinking about running the scoop, and I think you did about 2 laps that second practice and ditched that bugger.
Yep. Yeah, we actually had a pretty big debate before that practice, and I was like, no, I want to run the scoop. Like I always run the scoop when it gets hard packed. Like we ran it both motos at Paula. Like I'll run the scoop, and get out there, and I'm doing 180s. I pull in. I'm like, yeah, let's put the knobby on. But yeah, I was doing starts, and like my starts were good, but I would get a little. There was like in my gate, there's a little dry patch. I would hit it and just spin, and obviously when I got into the loamy stuff, like I was pulling good. So I had to pull in and be like, all right, yeah, that's my bad. So we put the knobby on, and then put in a good time for that practice. But yeah, I mean, 2 really good starts today. Probably one of the most difficult starts with the hill. So
I say big props to the team. I don't know if they've put more work into the altitude setup lately, but you and Joe both excellent. Joe had to come from a little far back, but Joe rode really good both motos. You rode absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
I watched all your guys' practice starts were good. Definitely seems like the team put a lot of effort
in. Joe's definitely been doing really good lately, and he almost passed me that first moto. I was struggling, and he's starting to figure his bike out, and it's starting to show for him. So yeah, I think second moto we were 1-5 off the start, and I think he ended up 4th or 3rd or whatever. I mean, yeah, it's good to get the 250s back up where they belong. So yeah, we're
don't feel like the redhead stepchild.
Not necessarily. I mean, I don't want to overstep, you know. But I mean, I'm still figuring it out and just still getting used to the bike. But you know, it's a good feeling to, like we're working hard. The team's working hard for us, so it's good.
Last one for you. Do you know where you sit in points now? I haven't seen the overall.
I think second.
Did it put you say? Okay, that's why I thought I heard somebody on the team put. So I mean, again, me and you have had this conversation already this week. I feel like a broken record. People have kind of been doubting you lately. The end of Supercross, like people bringing up, oh, contract got this. Like you have beyond turned. I wouldn't say turnaround wasn't bad, but you definitely have set a precedence to begin the season.
It's obviously I need to go do it again so it's not just luck, but you know it's.
High Point was good to you last year.
Yeah, like, I'm here to play. Like it's not just a 3-man championship. I definitely missed the ball with the bike setup in the first moto, but I mean, if I really like I do that second moto, it's going to be a good summer. So I want to be in this fight, and honestly, like I said earlier this week, I don't care what people think. I'll be there whether or not they think I can do it or not. So.